Hey folks, we're going to get started here in just a little bit here, but I want to welcome you. If you are joining us today, or just go ahead and leave a comment in the comments box there, and so we know where you're all coming from. We're going to get started here in just about a minute, if my watch is not off. So just hang with us. Good to see you. Okay.
There you go. You're welcome. Probably right out. He's using the restroom, so. Oh.
Yes, well, welcome to our show today. I'm Jay Stauffer from Stitch in Time in Bemidji, Minnesota. I am wearing this hat because you never know what we're going to cook up around here. Actually, I ordered a bunch of hats in for a friend of mine, and because he runs a nursing home and he wants to make his staff feel special, so he asked me to embroider their logo on them, and I ordered an extra one just because I kind of like it. So, but no, we are always cooking up some things around here. We're just coming up with ideas and working with new projects. What's for supper? No, you got to ask the wife. She does the actual cooking. I just cook up ideas and I pass them off to her because she's a whole lot better with that. But yes, thank you for joining us. I want to give you some idea what we're doing here at the store, what's all happening, give you an update. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and a lot of water has flowed under the bridge, and now the colors are changing on us, and fall is on the way, and time just keeps rolling on. So let's get started. One of the things that I've had different people asking us in the last few months have been, are we going to do any scissor sharpening? There has been a guy in town that has done superb scissor sharpening for quite a few years, but it's been hard to get to him and hard to get the scissors back from him. And so we decided to try our hand at it and see if we can do it ourselves. So we are actually starting that next week. We are going to be starting our scissor sharpening. And it'll be something that you drop off your scissors and you pick them up a week later. We're not going to necessarily be able to do while you wait because there's some steps and processes that make it a lot easier to do them in batches than to do all at once. But I got the equipment in and I started playing with it and training around. I'd like to show you the first pair of scissors I got. Now, if you've seen these scissors before, they're nothing special. They're just Scotch scissors. I think they're supposed to be titanium. I don't know what that means other than I know what titanium is. I know I did not pay a titanium price. I think there's supposed to be a titanium coating to make them sharper. All I know is that we couldn't hardly cut anything but paper with them. And so I said, well, can I make these things? They cut fabric when I first got them, though not so well. And so I started, well, I'm going to try and play with something cheap before I put one of my gingers or something else like that on. And after playing with them, I'm able to cut really nice, clean, smooth without having any problems. And then here's one of the things that they also tell you to test with is you test with tissue paper. If you got a pair of scissors that's slightly dull, cutting tissue paper is all but impossible. And so we're able to do that. And so what you do is you snip the whole thing, and then while it's closed, you pull it away and make sure that it doesn't pull a little tear in the end of it. And this thing cuts so smooth. I was impressed. I mean, I actually like a $3 pair of scissors again now. They work really well. And so we're excited to do this, but at the same point, I also recognize that for you to trust us with your pair of scissors while we're still learning, it can be a little daunting. And so what we're going to be doing is we are going to offer for the first 20 people, and I have 3 in here already that we just told about here. It's a quilt guild that's meeting in the back room here. So I have 3 pairs already, but we have 17 more to go. That if 17 people bring me 1 pair, okay? I mean, you can bring more than that, but I'll take 1 pair. I'm going to do it for free, and then I want you to take them and try them, and make sure you're happy with them. Make sure that we're doing something that you can feel good about, and if not, maybe give us some pointers. What don't you like about it? What could we change? And then we'll keep working with it so we can make sure you're happy. And then I would like you to leave a review or a comment on our store's Facebook page or on our store's website about the sharpening service, and that's the only pay you have to give us. We're going to be looking at getting started doing it wholesale, a whole bunch of them in the next couple of weeks, but we want to kind of have some besides just our own to practice on, because we've sharpened all of mine, and I don't have much hair left on my arm because I was trying out those blades, and boy, it's like a razor. You can just take them right off, so it's kind of fun. But my wife doesn't like my one arm being all bare and the other arm still having some hair on it, so I got to quit doing that. But that's what we're gonna get started on. So if you're interested in that, bring them in. We're gonna tag them, and we will mark the first 20, not with 1 per person, and we'll do those for free. After that, it's going to look like it's going to be between $5 to $8 a pair. Now, we are also still practicing on how to do conical scissors, like for hairstylists. So the hairstylists that have all those scissors for that they're got the very curved edge to them, we're looking at being able to do those as well, but we're still practicing with those. And so if some of you are hairstylists, or are hairstylists that got some scissors around their doll, if they don't mind bringing it in, that would be great. And then that will give us something that we can try and perfect our act here. So that is what we have going there. Oh, because we're always cutting up around here. So that's why we're making our scissors sharper. Okay, moving on. We just got done last week having a 2-day summit with Kimberbell, and they're changing up some things. They've been having a lot of problems this last year with COVID supplies and everything, just like we all have. And so they're changing up some things will be looking a little differently going forward. But I got some things that I wanted to tell you about that we got coming up. The first is that we got a 1-day event coming up here in October. We have it registered for 2 days. We have it registered for both Friday or Saturday. So you get to choose if you want to come on a Friday or you want to come on a Saturday. And during that day, we're going to make 3 projects. And these are some pretty neat projects. One is a mug hug, and this is done with flannels. And it's got this little saying here. It says, "Stay cozy," and it'll tie on to it, adapt to any different type of mug that you want. It helps keep those non-insulated ceramic mugs. I have a pottery mug that I got with my wife when we were on our 20th anniversary, and I love that mug. It's comfortable and it's pretty, but my coffee doesn't stay very warm in it. So this is something that's going to help without going to a Yeti, which is just stainless steel. A Yeti, yes, it keeps it hot and for a long time, but it's not very nice looking. So we're making, that's one project we're going to be making at that event. The second is going to be a tea towel. And this one, it's hard to see because we didn't actually get to rinse it out yet, but that's what's called lace cutwork. And what it is that with the center of the acorn there is going to all be removed. So, and then that mesh across there, you'll be able to see through. So you can have it on top of your dining room table, and some of those textures and stuff show through there as well. It's teaching a technique at the same time giving you a beautiful design that you can be used in a lot of different things. By the way, if you've never been to a Kimberbell event, everything needed to make the design is in the packet. And we're exploring the possibility, if some of you do not feel comfortable going out, message me and let me know that you would like to do this virtually. And what we will do is we will set up a camera on one of the days, I'm not sure which one yet, and you'll get to watch along. We'll send you a special Zoom link so that you can raise your hand like you're in class, and you can ask questions, and then we'll go through it, and you get to watch us make it. We'll have some cameras set up so you can see exactly what we're doing, and we can have some fun there. But we're also going to have our big classroom back here. And for those of you who feel comfortable with that, it's always fun to be together with other people, especially as we get into the colder seasons. So that's the second project we're going to be making. The third one is this little hanging. And this is just a cute little hanging there. Pumpkin and spice and everything nice. That's what autumn is made of. And you see the little hanger? That's included in it. You get the little hanger to hang up. And if you're familiar with Kimberbell, they've come out with a whole bunch of these different ones for the different seasons of the year. Well, now you'll get a hanger for all of them if you come to it. So that is something that's coming up. The 2 dates are October. Hold on, let me put it on here. October 15th or 16th. And you can go to our website, which is sewbemidji.com. Let me put this up here. Sewbemidji.com. And you can register on there, go to the calendar of events, look at it, and that is where it'll be. So it's October 15th or 16th to register for that. Now, we've also had a bunch of their fill in the blanks that have come through later than what they were supposed to. And the one is, nope, not that one. The one is this home design, and it looks really cute when you put it on a tea towel. Okay? And we have, and you can actually do this pumpkin in just a standard pumpkin, or you can also do it with a jack-o'-lantern if you want to. But what happens, the way the Kimberbell blanks work is that if you purchase one set of tea towels or 2 fat quarters, we're going to give you the design for free. Okay? So you have to spend a little bit of money, but then you get the design for free. And it has both sewing and embroidery versions. But I'll tell you what, the sewing versions take a lot more time. But if you don't have an embroidery machine, that is really great. These towels are great for other things too. Like here's the miniature version of that bigger one. So like when you come to the event that has the big one, you're also going to be able to get a smaller one as well. And this is one of the fun ones that we had done up there. So that's what's coming up there. Another one that they just came out with is Emma's Collage pillows. And this one is a whole bunch of different pillows that are all great for decorating your home. And they're done up in a kind of a whimsical style. Here's one that we did up, that we have sitting up front, and it's a great design. These are blanks that come from Kimberbell. And so we've taken these. There's actually one out on our bench in the lobby that we did with a hunting scene on it. And so the hunting cabin is going to really like that one. But these pillows can be customized with whatever you want to put on them. They do not have to be the same one. These are just ideas. And so those are sold separately, but I forget what the design, Lorraine, does that home design come with?
Yeah, it's in there.
But does that come, this isn't a fill in the blank free design.
No, that's not.
But what was the design that came with these?
I can't remember. I don't think it came with one.
Well, we're gonna work on that. I think there's a free design that came with that, but we're gonna work on that and see what happens. But yeah, we have some other ones in here. Yeah, we still have some left yet from the small fry, the little onesie with the little French fries on the front of it, embroidery design. It's a cute design. So we have some of those ones coming up here. The other thing that I'd like to ask your input on is that there is a new 2-day event coming up called My Punny Valentine. So there's going to be 6 projects, all kind of geared around the funny, whimsical sayings that Kimberbell is known for, in relating to the Valentine theme. But we cannot start doing that until we not start having those events until I believe the middle of December. Well, that's Christmas time, and that's crazy. Everyone's busy doing that. So we're wondering, is there enough of interest to do this event in the second week of January? And so if you're interested in that, either leave a comment mentioning that you would love to do that, or if you would be willing to or if you want to do it virtually, you can say that as well, and we're going to be able to host that as well. Connie's asking, are these only for, okay, is this class only for those who have embroidery machines? Good question, Connie. So some of you may not have an embroidery machine. These designs are all done on an embroidery machine, but if you don't have one, you can come and use ours. We have a limited number, so you have to check with that when you register, and then you can come and use our machines. So obviously, we don't have enough machines for everybody. And if you have your own machine, you get to have your machine all to yourself. If you have to use one of our machines, we may have a seatmate that joins with you, and you can take turns, and we're going to try and have everyone make all the projects during the day. So that's our goal, is that everyone's going to get all their projects to take home, whether no matter if they're using one of our machines or they're bringing their own. That's the goal. So no, you do not have to own an embroidery machine to come to these events, but they are all done on one. So that's to keep that in mind. Okay, so back to the Valentine's Day. If you're interested, let us know. We could do it after Valentine's Day, but is that what you really want to do or not? The reality is that I've been asked to teach at a Bible school for 3 weeks, starting the last week of January. And Trudy is leaving about the second week of January. And we're going to try and sneak this in before she leaves, because my daughter Lorraine is leaving the first week of January to go to 6 weeks of Bible school, where I'm going to be teaching the last 3 weeks. So we're looking at a crazy January, February schedule here, and we're trying to see, can we sneak this one in quick at the end, because it's really neat. There's got super cute designs in there, and I want to get it in there if we can, if there are those of you that are interested in there. So keep that in mind, and we'll go from there. Oh, also, Kimberbell is going to be changing some things. Because so many people are going to virtual, we have not been allowed to do our monthly exclusive clubs virtually, because we're not allowed to give those designs out virtually. Well, next year, they're going to be starting doing all their designs starting in January. The dealer exclusives are going to be able to be hosted virtually. There is going to be a cost, though. Before, I would spend a big chunk of money, and then I could give you designs for free. But now it's changing a little bit, because they're going to be emailing you the designs every month, at least as long as I tell them you've signed up for it. But they cost me a certain amount of money for every one of you for every month. And so it's not free anymore. So we're going to have to look at changing some of those things up a little bit. But for those of you who live quite a ways away from here, especially in the wintertime, that don't want to travel, this could be really good and handy for you all. Okay, moving on here real quickly. We have a quilt retreat or sewing retreat coming up in November. If you've been to any of our retreats, you know that it's just a lot of fun, laid back, enjoyable time getting together with other people and sewing. We have our classroom back here. We have it limited to 20 people. That means that everybody gets their own table, and there's enough of space for us to spread all around. If we don't sell out to all 420 people, then we can put in a little bit of a lounge area, eating spot, and we can just have a lot of fun with it. But we're going to be doing a lot of fun things, including I got a stack of chocolate fondue in the back there that we want to use, and that will be on Saturday lunch. But you get to come, and you get to sew, you get to embroider, you get to quilt, you get to do whatever you want to do like that. Well, okay, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You only get to do so much of that crazy stuff, but we're gonna have a lot of fun together. But we do the cooking, we do the dishes, we vacuum the floor, we clean up all the other tables and everything. You get to come and have fun. And so look at that. The dates are November 11th through the 13th. Starts at noon on a Thursday and goes through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. You might ask, well, is there lodging? No, we don't have lodging here because we're not allowed to sleep at the store, even though sometimes I feel like I do. But if you are coming from a distance and you would like to have lodging, please contact us, and we will see if we can get a special rate for you at one of the local hotels that you would prefer, because I know most of the owners and we can work with that. So keep that as well. All right. Service route. I have put on approximately 8,000 miles in the last 6 months doing service calls and updating machines. So it has been a crazy run. And what we're looking at doing is trying to see, can we combine groups of people to have their machines serviced at various times. So what I'm looking for is, if you have a long arm machine, or you have a 10 needle or a multi-needle machine from Brother that we service, or you have an industrial machine that you would like to have service, I'm asking you to drop us an email to say, hey, my name is so-and-so, here's my phone number, here's my address, this is the machine I have, could you put that in your list? And then what I will do is I will take that and I will compile a list of all of these different places to go. And I will then, when I get a phone call, like to go out to Red Lake Falls, I might call out the people around there and say, hey, I'm going to be in your area. Do you want me to stop by? Because what happens is that cuts your house call fee in half for all of you. And that is a handy way for you to be able to save some money, and it saves them money as well. And that way we can get things done more quickly. The other thing is I would like to is those who have not had their machines serviced that year, put them on a list, then we call them up. Okay, in October, the third week of October, we're going to spend in doing service calls. Would you like to have your machine serviced? And then we can plot those all out so I can get several done a day and minimize the number of trips I have on the road. So again, if you're interested in that, send us your name, your address, your phone number, and that would have to be your street address so that I know where to go. And send that to staff@astitch.biz, and we will get you added to our list, and then we will be giving you a call later for that. Okay. Last thing, or two things yet. Machines are still somewhat difficult for us to get. Some of our most popular machines, we're white knuckling it. Just as we're getting down to the very last one, a few more trickle in. And so we're looking at it a little nervously, because we got informed by our manufacturers to place our orders now for all the machines we're going to want till the end of the year. And because they said they're not sure how soon they're going to be able to get. And the sooner we get our orders in, the better chance we're going to be able to have them. And so that's my concern, is that I want you to be aware of, if you don't see us running big sales or huge events this fall, please understand what the situation is. It's not that we're trying to capitalize off of this. The deal is we don't know what we're going to have from one week to the next. And we are also being told by most of our manufacturers to expect another price increase this winter. So please be aware of that. If you're looking at getting a machine, come talk to me. I will try and get you on a list. If we don't have that machine in stock, we will put your name on a waiting list. And as long as you put money down on it, we hold the price for you today, no matter when the machine comes in. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to save your pennies together, whatever, we will work with you on that. But I want you to be aware of what we're facing on our end. Some of our machines, we're looking at 4 to 6 months out, from the time we order them today till they start coming in. Some of it is because of the shipping. What used to cost $4,000 to $5,000 to bring a sea container over full of machines is now costing between $30,000 to $50,000, and it's taking 3 to 4 months on the ocean. Some because of the transit time, some because of unloading in California, where the docks just are overwhelmed with all these ships. And you've seen that on the news, so I don't need to go all into that. But just be aware that's what's behind us trying to juggle everything that we have. Okay. Lastly, I would like to inform you that we got a new phone system here at the store. And so just so you're aware that when you call in now, you're going to be greeted by my voice. No, it's not a radio personality, but I'm going to be there. You're going to hear my voice, and you're going to have to choose 3 different options, whether you want to ring the whole store or just the front up here in the sales if you have questions about your repairs, or if you need to talk to the service manager, or if you need to talk to administration, which would be my office. That's what you can do there. But please bear with us as we're trying to work some of those wrinkles out. It's a nice system. It's helping us out a lot because we can be juggling things in here. We've had so many phone calls this last year. We've added the 3rd phone line to try and keep up with some of these things. So again, as things are shifting, our cost is kind of going up a little bit, but we're trying to do this so we can serve you all better and in a more timely way. Lastly, I just want to end with a note of thanks. This year and this summer has been crazy. when I was teasing one of my employees and saying that I'm going to wear this hat all the time. That way, if you see a spare head floating around somewhere, if it has this hat on it, it's mine. You know, it's just trying to keep my head above water with all these things has been a daunting task. And I find that I have not been able to provide the high level of service all the time that I've wanted to. I've been spread too thin. And so we're trying to figure out ways to adapt to this change, and we're making some things go along. Like, and so you wonder, well, what about the new service you're offering with sharpening? Well, I have a plan for that. And some of my boys are really good at sharpening other things, and so I'm going to do it first to make sure like we can get it right, and then I'm going to maybe have them do it so that it takes burdens off of me, but helps you. And then if that works, then I might have other things that they can do to expand that out for their income or for their things as well. But what I'm saying with all of that is that I appreciate so much your patience in working with us as we've tried to figure out where we're going and how to get through each day. And some days I get done, I go, wow, I got all these things done. And other days I go home and going, I didn't get anything done that I wanted to. So it's been difficult, but I thank you. So many of you have been so patient, and it's been a blessing and a joy to work with you in this last year, and we look forward to this next winter ahead. So thanks again. Thank you for your kind words, your kind comments. Some of you have written us emails and telling us how much you've appreciated the repairs. You know, because my service guys, they always hear it when something goes wrong, but sometimes they don't necessarily hear it when things go really right. And so when we send out that little email after 3 months asking how your repair is, it's our goal to hear back, are we doing our job well? Are we meeting the needs that you have? So thank you so much. God bless, and have a great fall. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.